It's a very broken, messy world we live in. And if there's no mess showing up in your church community, what does that mean? You know, Jesus dove into the mess and the chaos of our world because out of the chaos, he was creating something new. And your church is meant to be his body in the world. And I'm convinced that if you will trust him, if you will trust God and you will dive into the mess, you'll see Jesus doing his healing and redeeming work in a way that you as a leader could never orchestrate yourself. It's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. From the very beginning of Gateway, we've had this motto, come as you are. Because we believe that's where God starts with everybody, as is. He accepts us and draws us into the closest of relationships while we were yet sinners, right? And this is something that people long for. Our broken, messed up world longs for grace-giving acceptance. When we help people treat one another as God's masterpiece waiting to be revealed, God's grace grows in them and cleanses them. That's what we've seen over and over again. Now here's the problem. If you go ask the average person on the streets, hey, what's your impression of Christians? Do you think they'll say loving, caring, life-giving, grace-giving? No! We have to help people begin to experience grace, to really believe it. And that has to be lived out in the whole culture of your church, not just from up front, but in the lobbyways and in the small groups. Accept one another then, just as Christ accepted you, it says in Romans 15:7. How did Christ accept you? Once you got your act together and got all cleaned up? Or while you were, still are, messy? And let me ask you, which is true of your church? Can people come there to get well, or do people have to get well to come?